You can do it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
You have to go to the special break.
I'm not in.
What we're looking at,
We're not in.
have I told you, have I told you where Camp Chemi is?
No.
Didn't
Remember,
I
I
tell you?
asked you like 10 times yesterday.
You asked me where it was and I never told you?
Chemistry land.
But I, yes. I thought you knew it was in chemistry land. Where else would Camp Chemi be located, right? Of course now you know how to get there, do you not? You don't know how to get there. Well, somebody in the last class said something about, what was it? You could click your heels 3 times, close your eyes, click your heels 3 times and be there, something like that. I don't remember who said that, but I thought it was something like The Wizard of Oz or something like that. I don't know. Something Betsy, what was her name? Dorothy might do in Wizard of Oz? Betsy? Oh, was it Dorothy? Was that Betsy or Dorothy? Oh, it was Dorothy. Okay, well, it wasn't Betsy then. Alrighty then. Well, you know, this is an annual trip that we normally take. But, you know, since it's located in chemistry land, you know that chemistry land only exists where? In your what? In your imagination. Yes. And if it only exists in your imagination, then there's only one possible way to get there, right? You have to close your eyes. Yes.
Fall asleep.
You have to close your eyes. Now you want to understand that you have to close your eyes. Imagine that you are on Chem Force 1. Okay? Keep in mind that if any passenger on the plane should open their eyes during flight, that the plane will automatically crash and we will never arrive at camp.
Are you flying?
Pardon?
Are you flying?
Am I flying? No, we'll take care of that. You know, Chem Force 1 has an excellent crew. We've had very little turbulence on all flights today, so it'll be a smooth flight. You know, it travels very fast. It's 186,000 miles per second. Somebody said that was 3 times 10 to the 10th centimeters per second, and I think that's 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. So that turns out to be that speed that's equivalent to the speed of light. Yes, I know you've learned some things this year. Alrighty then. So if you would, just close your eyes, keep them closed, and we'll see if it's at all possible that we can get on board the plane and get off to camp. Now, during the time your eyes are closed, of course, other people will be talking to you, Mr. Roby, and so you have to listen very carefully. And of course, if your eyes are open, as I told you, the plane would crash. So I suggest that you simply keep your eyes closed and listen carefully to directions. And so as you hear different sounds, you might know when it would be appropriate for you to open your eyes. So, listen carefully, and of course, I'm sure you'll know when the camp director is about to greet you. We'd like to welcome you aboard Chem Force 1, ladies and gentlemen. We have had excellent flying conditions today, and we want you to know that we'll be flying at the speed of light at approximately an altitude of 3 feet. Of course, at that speed, we need not worry about entering into any kind of collisions with other aircraft, because nobody flies that low except us. Alrighty then. As we tour through the Midwestern states, you can see that we are about to approach the landing site at Camp Chemi. And as usual, we see at the camp, the old camp director is coming out on the runway to greet us. And I see now as we come down the unloading ramp, there's our friendly camp director known as CD, ready to greet us and welcome us to Camp Chemi. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I am so delighted that you could make the trip. I'll tell you what, I have been anxiously looking for your arrival all year. Mr. Ivy, every year at this time, sends a good group of chemistry students from Coldwater, and we always have a great time at camp. I'll tell you, it's so nice you could make the flight. I hope it was not too, joggy for you, and you had no kind of air turbulence, and you had just a smooth flight. Did you enjoy the flight at all? Alrighty then. I'll tell you, I can see right now we got probably a little stiff. I can see that right now. And these conditions certainly aren't appropriate for having a good time at camp. So we need to kind of get a little loose here, We'll kind of move these chairs off to the side, if you would, and kind of gather around in a circle here for a little icebreaker time, okay? Now our social director over here is in charge of getting the group kind of loose and kind of acquainted with everybody so you can enjoy a good time. And of course we don't want anybody to get in front of our camera crew, so I think we're ready with our music over here. And this is just to kind of get you warmed up, and get you loose, and get you into the mood for camp, you see? So listen carefully, you'll know what to do. Alrighty then. Oh, time for a refreshment. You may kind of take a seat, relax, pay attention. You know, I just got a message via email from a Mr. Demlo, and he was telling me that while you were here at camp, he wanted me to kind of reinforce some of your math concepts. And I told him that'd be real simple. We do have, you know, some demonstrations that kind of go along with the mathematical ideas. And of course, there's one thing he asked me to ask you. He said you would know the answer. And so I'm going to put the question up here on the board. And I don't want you all to shout out the answer at once now, because we'd like to have people have an opportunity to think for a moment. So it goes something like this. Does this, which is A of course, plus this, I think you recognize that. Oh good, that's excellent. Plus, oh, you know, those elementary teachers in COAR, they've been doing an outstanding job. You know, there's nobody that gets to this level without knowing their ABCs, I tell you. All right, the question is, what's it equal to? That's C. Does it equal B plus C plus A? That's our question now. By a show of hands, if you would, please, how many of you would say that is true? Raise your right hand. Your right hand, yes. That's the one on the right side of your body. Yes, indeed. Okay, thank you very much. Looks like we have a unanimous vote there. Well, I know you believe in that concept, so what I wanted to do today was to simply give you some experimental proof of that. And so to do that, of course, I brought along some stuff that's in our bottle here. And it's marked what here, Mr. Robeson? That's A. You recognize that? Yes, indeed. And of course, then I have some stuff here somewhere in a flask. And it says that it is
Solution B.
solution B. Yes. And let's see, then of course I have some stuff here in a jug, and a bigger jug of it right here, and it's marked Camp Chem C. Do you suppose that's C for Camp Chemi?
Yep.
Good interpretation of the label. Alrighty then. Now, I'll tell you what, we need some things to measure into. So let's see, I'll take this little cylinder right here. That looks like a little one. And then I got this little cylinder right here, okay? Those are called graduates, all that you hope to be someday. And of course we want to have a little container here, which is marked C. Remember the old shell game, how that works? You ever seen that one? You know, when the guy has the peanut and the shells? Keep your eye on this now. This is tough, you know. What you do here, you know, you can't swing things around here just a little bit, you know. Now, can you find A? Where is A? Excellent! You were really paying attention. That's an outstanding job. I didn't lose you on A at all. What's this one right here?
B.
I'll tell you, you are remarkable. Your observational skills surpass that of, you know, all who have preceded you. Alrighty then. Let's see if we can do some measurement now. Let's see, I want to measure some volumes. I think I'll take this right here. And I'm going to throw some A into that container. So let's steal away. Alrighty then. A little A. And let's throw some B into the B container. Okay. And of course, let's throw some C in our C container. Alrighty then. We need a reaction vessel. Let's see, a reaction vessel would look something like this. And I suspect that we have one of those. I think there's one right back here. That's right next to our camera. Let's see if I could find one right over here. Reaction vessel. Yes, indeed. Alrighty then. This ought to work real well for us. It's large enough, I think, to hold all of these. Of course, we now need some timers, you know, because if we're going to look at rates of reaction ideas, and I think our social director here has put up on our screen here some of the factors that influence rates of reaction, which I'm sure you've read about. And when we get done looking at things today, you ought to be able to tell us, you know, which one was going to be responsible for what happened that you saw. So one thing that we always look at is the nature of the reactants. And of course, another thing we would look at is temperature. You know, that affects reaction rates. And of course, we also would look at things like concentration, okay? And surface area, another factor hopefully you read about for today. And catalyst, you know, do you know what a catalyst is?
Speed things up.
Speed sync, that's what it does to a reaction. I just wonder if you knew what a catalyst was, you know. Somebody told me that was a bovine directory. A catalyst, I think that's what they called it, something like that. Said it was a bovine directory. I'm not sure where they got that one from, but you know, maybe if you check with your English teacher, you might figure that one out. The last time I knew, bovine meant cow-like or something like that. But you can confirm that, you know. Alrighty then, we're going to check out the left-hand side of our reaction here. So we're going to put some A in our container. Or did we find some timers yet? And some watches? Do we have some of those available from our previous experiences? I should hope so. We must have some watches around this place somewhere. Oh, we have lots of watches there available. Do we have a couple of timers here to participate? You know, if our cameraman could, you know, maybe get out a couple of watches to a couple of people here. There we go. And I'll tell you what, young lady, Miss Cohen, okay. If you would please, you are to watch the system, and when you see the first color change, stop your watch, okay? And of course, young lady, Miss Morris, I mean, Miss Stout, Miss Stout, is it? If you would please, if you see a second color change, then of course maybe, you know, you would stop your watch. So you're not going to stop if you see the first one, right?
Right.
Alrighty then. Now, in case you're having trouble identifying the color change, I'll blow my whistle when one happens. How's that? All right. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, here we go. We're going to put in some A. When do you think you should start your watch,
Where would
anyway?
you put it in?
Well, let's see. When I put in which one? A? Or all of, how many is that?
Three.
Oh, great number concepts. All right, here we go. Hey, we're going to put in an A here, okay? And I'm going to add the B, okay? Put some B in there, okay? I'm gonna, did you get that?
Yeah.
Did you?
But I didn't start it, you actually didn't. You said about
I'm
all
gonna blow the
three.
whistle either.
Yeah, you didn't blow the whistle either.
I'll tell you what, that just happened so
Fast.
That's because it was a very what? What kind of time?
Fast.
The time was, did we have fast time?
No.
Did we really have fast
Short.
time?
Short.
I thought it was a short time. Didn't Mr. Ivy tell you that it's a shorter time makes a faster rate? Because if he didn't, you ought to shoot him. All right? Okay. I tell you what, that obviously, I'll tell you what, just for kicks, I'll put the C in there, you know, and see if it makes any difference for us. But you know, it looks to me like we just got a little grape juice there, you know. So I think we'll just kind of dump that out here, okay? So, let's see, well, if we put A, B, and C together, we get grape juice. Is that a true story? True story, is it not? Okay. Alrighty, if I were you, I wouldn't get too close to this area, you know, you might get splashed on. You know, if you just kind of back off in the distance there, that would be great, okay? I mean, you can really back off in the distance, that'd be fine. I need to move around out there a little bit too, you know. I don't like to be crowded. Alrighty then. Let's see, we got some C already in there, so I'm just going to leave that right there. And let's see, we need more B, and we need some more A. So let me take this A here. Put some A in there. Alrighty then. Where's the A? B. The B can hang. Baby. Alrighty then. Well, we got some C. And we're going to do the right side now and see if there's an equality, all right? Are you ready, timers? Okay, here we go. In goes B. Ready? In goes C. And in goes A. Timer's running. Keep your eye on this because, you know, if you did, how about some orange juice, you know? That would be nice on your flight, perhaps. If you don't like that, you could have a little grape juice, you know. That'd be okay, too. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a little different, was it not? Do you think I might have made an error in procedure there? I don't know. It was
blow your whistle.
You know, I was just so busy, I just didn't even think about, I was talking too much, I couldn't blow my whistle. I'll tell you what, let's try that one more time,
Yeah.
okay? All right, did you get some time on that at all?
Well, I had 792, but I accidentally hit it again. I went to 11 something.
Well, let's start with, we don't really know the time.
Maybe you better give us a joke. There you go.
Rough
I
thing,
must not hit it. 792,
7:92. And that was the time to get what?
the second color.
The grape juice, all right? And how about for the orange juice?
3 something.
3 something, all right. 3 something, I don't know what that time measurement is, 3 something.
3 seconds.
3 seconds, oh.
Yeah, 3.19.
Oh, 3.19 seconds. Now we're cooking. And those were seconds, they weren't hours or years, right?
Right.
Alrighty then. Let me dump this out here, okay? Whoops. Been a busy day at camp. Things will be getting all over the place here. Alrighty then, let's see. Okay, we need some B. What's B? We need some C. What's the C? And we need some A. Let's put some A in here. Alrighty then, let's see what we got here. How about some lemon juice? Would you like something of that, you know? You did get that color change? Because there might be another one, I don't know.
30 seconds.
Huh? Oh! How did we do?
A lot more.
A lot more what?
Time.
That must mean the direction was a lot. If it was a longer time, a a longer time. It must have been a lot slower. Yes, indeed. Alrighty then. Oh, I'll tell you what. Well, you know, I don't want you to discredit your math teachers, because you know, that equality only exists where? You got that right. You see? Because in chemistry land, it's not a true statement, you see. Now the question is, which one was it? Was it the nature of the reactants that made the difference, do you think? Was it temperature? Was it concentration, surface area, or catalyst? Let's make this multiple choice. How's that? All right. Nature of reactants? Or temperature? Or concentration? Or surface area? Or what do you think?
I think the surface area.
You think? I'll tell you what. That guy should be sent home. I'll tell you, no doubt about it. He ought to be put on a plane and flown out of here immediately. Alrighty then. I understand that you guys have some people that race quite a bit in your school. Is there any racers here?
Julie?
I don't know. Who's a good eyedropper person? That's what I really need. Fastest person with an eyedropper. Do we have one of those? Who's fast with an eyedropper? Travis Roby, are you fast with the eyedropper? I challenge you to a race, sir. Alrighty, if you get off, you better get on your feet. Okay? I said you better get on your feet. I think that's what I said. Okay? And if you go right back to the far right corner there, okay? And now you timers can time our race, I'm sure, since you already have the watches. Alrighty then. And what we're going to do here, you see, we're going to go back here, and I want this to be a fair race. So I'm going to make sure we have, you know, the appropriate supplies, and everybody gets the equivalent amount of stuff here. Mr. Roby, you get to have this solid right here. You know, this is a solid. Would you agree this is a solid? Looks like a solid to you. Alrighty then. And what you're going to do here, I'm going to make a little depression in the center of your solid, like so. You see that? You have this clear liquid. You get one eyedropper full, and you squirt it right in the center of that little depression. Can you handle those directions?
Yeah.
I think so too. They tell me you guys are pretty sharp with cold water. Okay? Alrighty then. I'll tell you what. Let's see. To make this fair, I should have something comparable to what you have. So let me have a ring stand. Do you have a ring? You got a ring stand. Okay. So I get one of those too. Okay. And then you have a plastic cup over there. So I guess I get to have one here too. So I'll get myself a plastic cup. Alrighty then. You got a solid over there, so I get to have a solid over here. Okay. And I'm gonna put some solid in my cup. Okay. Okay. Oh, mercy sakes, that looks like a lot of solid to me. Whew! I think that's way too much solid. Okay? What do you think?
I think so.
So do I. I'll tell you what. Just to make this fair, I think I want to give you a head start. You know, I know you're pretty inexperienced, you know, and I've been doing this camp stuff for a long time. So probably you ought to have a handicap, don't you think?
I think so.
I think so too.
I think I should take that one.
Oh no, I never let you have my system, you see. I always make sure everybody's taken care of at camp, okay? Now, I'll tell you what though, are you ready to go? That's what I want to know.
I'm ready.
You think you're ready? You're following all our practices and principles of good procedure.
Maybe I should have goggles.
Oh, good thinking, yes. Why don't you do that, okay? That would be an excellent idea. I'm glad you know your safety rules, okay? And I happen to have, I think somewhere around here, I have something that somebody let me borrow. I don't know. Okay? A friend of mine came by and said I could share his equipment for today, okay? And so consequently, I think I'm ready. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. All right. I'll tell you what. You got a clear liquid, right?
Yeah.
I get a clear liquid too, right here, okay? You can go first, okay? Now, just to make sure that our timers understand, you are to stop the watch when you see his reaction happen. Who's timing his reaction? You got it, okay? And who's timing my reaction? Okay? Would you step to where you can see? Because I don't want to get cheated here, okay? So when you see a reaction happen here at my location, okay, you are to stop my watch, right?
When do I start?
Well, that would be, we need a starter. Do we have a starter? Didn't we get a starter? How about a starter person? Do we have a starter? Oh, there's a starter person. Would you go get a starting weapon, please? We need a starting gun, I think, you know. That would be handy to use, okay? So, do you have, it's loaded, I believe, is it not?
Yeah, but we just want to make sure it's going to go off.
Oh, it will, guaranteed.
These things, they hurt my ears.
Not a problem.
Oh, I stopped on the color change, is that what you said?
Color change or sign of reaction, you know. I suspect, you know, we have all kinds of reactions, you know. Evidence of reaction will be energy change too, right? So if you see a color change, see an energy change, you know, stop the what? Are you ready to, do you know how to start this race?
And mark is set.
Oh no, not this get set stuff.
What?
You know, on your mark, droppers ready, okay? And then fire your gun. Well sure, we're gonna use droppers. You know? Now, everybody set? I'm set. Are you set? He's set, timer's set. Starter ready? Okay.
Hey, on your mark. Droppers ready.
Okay, I'm going to give him a head
Oh, wait,
start.
I'm not even training him.
Just to show you how to face. Okay, you can go on up there with them, please. Okay, if you would. I'll tell you
I'm
what.
not training him.
This, oh, I don't know about this. Oh, yes! Yes!
Oh, wait.
Yeah! Yes! I think so. Yes! All right, we got it. Whoa! Yes! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, we got it going. Oh, yes, we do. Woo! Yes! I'll win again. I'll win again. Woo! Look at that smoke.
Oh, my God.
Yes, indeed. Holy mackerel. He-Man rides again. All right, I'm going to move right out there, folks. Clear the exit, please.
Good job, Trev.
Thank you very much. Close, Jazz.
Beautiful. Beautiful day at camp, yes indeed. Alrighty then. Let's see
I think I
now.
messed up though.
I think we gotta look at, which one was it, you know? Let's take a look up here. Alrighty then. Let's see, did I win the race because I had a temperature difference? Or was it the nature of the reactants, concentration, surface area,
Robinson.
or a catalyst? Which one was it? Let's see, I'll give you a multiple choice again. It was E, catalyst, D, surface area, C, concentration, B, temperature difference, or A, it was the nature of the reactants!
Thank you.
Alrighty then, yes indeed, okay. Alright, I'll tell you what, I need another volunteer, we gotta look at another factor here. Who would like to volunteer? Oh, come right on back, okay? I'll tell you what we're gonna do here. Here's what we have for you. We have this, don't touch anything on this desk, okay? It might hurt you. I'm gonna put some starch on here, okay? And that is starch, okay? I'd like you to light that starch, please.
What are you doing?
Is she holding the match right?
Don't forget your goggles.
Well, she didn't even think about safety.
It's not gonna light.
It's not gonna light. Well, maybe you don't have enough what?
Firepower. Activation energy.
Well, if you don't have enough firepower,
I don't know what it is.
I didn't ask you, you did. How about we try this, okay? How about you like that one? Come with that. Just like you do when you're ready. No, up here. That's good. Now, try to light it with that, or try to burn it with that, okay?
How do you want me to put it on there?
Just turn it upside down, touch it to the starch. That'll work just fine. Believe me. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. All
I think she needs to stick her tongue out.
Can you see anything happening?
It's turning black.
It's turning black. What does that mean is taking place if it's turning black, folks? It must be what? If it's turning black, there must be a what?
Reaction.
Yes. Very good. Thank you much. And now I want to share this with the folks up here. If you don't mind, you just stay right there. Don't get your hair burned. All right? Now, for those of you who couldn't see back there, we'll come up close here to the camera where you can see that what has happened here is that the surface is black, and if I go underneath the surface there, it's all just nice and white. You see, this is what we call a heterogeneous reacting system. We have our solid starch in contact with our oxygen gas, and the reaction always takes place at the surface, right? That's where the two meet. Now, I would like to make this reaction happen a little faster. So I was wondering if you could maybe make this happen faster. You know, what could you possibly change now that would allow this to maybe go a little faster? You suppose you could change, that's the most temperature you can have, so you can't change temperature. The other choices we have might be concentration. Could you alter the concentration of this, you think? Would you like to try to do that?
Sure.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can find some more starch for you. Here's some more right here, okay? And I'm just going to let you do what you want there to alter the concentration, see? You want to see if you can do that for me, please? This isn't going to change. Whoa, 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 whoa. Please don't use it all. You just said this isn't going to change anything. I see there's more starch on there.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, okay.
Well,
now my question is, did you change the concentration of the starch? Would you tell me how the concentration of the starch would be measured? Would you say that that would be measured in, say, kilograms, or would you say that the concentration would be measured in number of molecules of starch per cubic centimeter? Take your pick.
The second one.
The second one. And the second one was the number of starch molecules per cubic centimeter, right? That's a measure of concentration, right?
Yeah.
Now, would you tell me who you know of that would be in charge of the concentration of starch? I think we all know who she is. We've all learned about her this year. Who is in charge of the number of molecules? Mother Nature is in charge of that, yes. So you see, you cannot change the concentration of a solid. True story?
Yep.
Yep, thank you very much. Have a seat up front, if you would. Okay? No, I don't, thank you.
Okay.
Alrighty then. But you see, we'd still like to make the reaction faster. And since we can't change the concentration of the starch, there is another possibility up there that we might focus in on. And I think it's called what?
Surface area.
Surface area. Now you see, that's why I put the starch in our little ketchup bottle. Because you see, now I can change the surface area, because I can kind of propel it through the flame of the burner here. And of course, that's going to expose lots of starch to our gaseous molecules of oxygen in the air, and we're going to see what happens, okay, as we increase the surface area by spreading it out through the flame, all right? So let's see what we get here.
Wow.
Oh, yes, that does work. Would you believe that? Oh, indeed it does. Well, doesn't that just reach right out and touch someone? Yes, it does. Okay. There you go. You see, you can increase the surface area. That's how that works. Just lots of starch particles spread out, you know, in a large space, and lots of oxygen coming into contact with those, and we got a lot increase in surface area there. And that certainly, you know, makes it happen much more rapidly, because we get many more collisions taking place between our starch molecules and our oxygen molecules. And of course, you know, I can tell by the light of the day that the sun is beginning to set on Camp Chemi. And of course, as the sun sets at camp, it's always appropriate to gather around the campfire. Yes, so if you would kind of form a campfire circle here, I think perhaps we can gather around the campfire. Of course, if we're going to have a, you're going to have to spread out much further than this. You see, I don't want anybody getting burned at the campfire. Okay? By the way, did anybody happen to bring some fuel for the campfire? We need some kindling or something here. Anything you got to offer that we could burn? Your books? Should we burn your books? I think is there some law against that or something?
No.
Don't they do that in those countries where they terrorize people, burn books or something? I don't think we want to burn books. What would be a good fuel we could use for our stove, you suppose?
Gas.
Oh, good thinking. Let's use some gas. All right? Let's find the camp stove here. I think it's right over here. Okay? Yes, indeed. I hope you recognize this. This is our camp stove, you see. And so what we have here is just a container, And what we're going to do is fill it with some gas. We need some fuel here. And of course, you know, Kyle, as I understand, has never had any s'mores. So I need somebody who'd like to cook some s'mores for us. We're going to step right up here, young lady and young lady, okay? The girls are always better at cooking than the guys. You guys can appreciate that fact, all right, someday. If you would, please just gather out there. I'll bring the camp stove to you. That'll be fine. And what we'll do here is just kind of fill up the stove here and make sure it's got all its fuel in it. And we need, this is natural gas we're using. It's called methane. And I believe our camp stove is fueled and ready to go. Are we ready then? And so we'll just, pardon? You remember seeing a stove like this?
No, I never.
Oh, you've never seen one like this? Well, I'll tell you what. We've been using this stove, you know, for several years now. We've had some problems with it, though, in the past. I hope it's going to be okay today. Okay. Ooh, yes, indeed. Got a flame. All righty then. Sit back and does anybody happen to know any good, you know, songs for around the campfire? You know,
Sing it, Steve.
some of you guys know some of those good campfire songs. I remember something like "Michael Road, Lotus." Something like "Do That, Do That." Cantown ladies sing this song. Do that, do that. Anything? Anybody know any good songs? Row, row, row your boat gently downstream. I remember that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Anybody else have any camp songs that they could throw in here?
Old MacDonald.
How about what?
Some of those songs Mr. Ivy sings in the class.
Some of those songs, I don't know if we have any of those available. We probably could pick up on one of those, you know. I know the Elements song would probably be appropriate if we got into our song file, perhaps. You know, we can come up with those, you know. You just never know what you can come up with if you go looking around that computer over there. It's nice to have those on the old discs there, you know. How's those marshmallows?
You want them golden?
Pardon? Oh, don't burn them up. Why not?
This is Kyle's first s'more, you guys.
Yeah,
And make
Kyle's
sure
never
it's
had a
good.
s'more before. You think those are ready for the chocolate and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just take them right on over here, you know, and go ahead and set one up for Kyle here. Now, I don't know if you've been watching our camp stove, Greg. Have you been keeping an eye on that? Have you noticed any change in the stove? The flame's not very high now, is it? No? Could you close that light there for the door there? It's kind of making a draft here on the stove. I can't hardly see the flame anymore. Okay? You know, the flame is pretty low now. You know why that's low?
Gas.
We kind of use most of our gas, right? All our gas has been escaping out the top here, you know, and all the reactions have been taking place up here above the surface where the oxygen meets the gas. But now it's going inside the camp. It looks like mercy sakes. I'll tell you, that camp stove has blown up every day this time of day. I'll tell you, we've had all kinds of problems with that all day long, you know. Well, that kind of concludes our camp, you see, and hopefully, you know, you've had a good time at camp. And Kyle,
only made 2
have you had your
s'mores.
s'more yet? Okay, we got to get a shot at Kyle here with his s'more, and we ought to close out with you eating your s'more. You suppose we ought to do that? Okay. Would you serve that s'more to Kyle so we can see what his opinion is on his first s'more here? Okay, let's see what you think of that.
Oh!
Not a problem. You know, with Kyle, the question is now is, would you want some more? Would you want some more?
Yeah.
That's why they're called s'mores. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.